can't accidentally get pregnant. I am in the clear from these kids. So I am tipsy, and I figured, since I'm already tipsy, why not film a video? Because y'all love Drunk Ayana, right? Maybe I made that up. I love Drunk Ayana. So we're going to film a video. And the inspiration for today's video is because I get so many questions regarding my lesbianism. I don't know why, but people are very, very, very interested in asking me questions about me being a lesbian. So I'm gonna make a full video right now about the pros and the cons of being a lesbian. So please grab a glass of wine, toast me, and let's get into it. Okay, so the first pro of being a lesbian is the fact that we can share stuff. And I don't just mean in regards to, like, let's say that you're straight and you can wear like your boyfriend's t-shirts, or you wear his jeans as like boyfriend jeans. Like, no, we can really wear each other's shit. Like, too bad Amy has big feet, because she is a sneaker whore and I will be able to have or wear like the best sneakers ever. But like, I can really wear Amy's clothes and it like looks really cute on me. And besides clothes, we also both have periods, so I usually never have to worry about running out of tampons, because I have a girlfriend who has tampons. If I don't have tampons, I say, babe, do you have tampons? And she'll be like, yes, I have tampons. Tell me if your boyfriend will have tampons on call. No, he won't. So you need to be a lesbian. We also share other stuff. We share skincare products. Every once in a while, it's very, very, very rare. But sometimes if Amy and I are like going to an event, like when me and Amy were like on Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta, if she had like a green screen, or if we were going to like the premiere to the TV show or something, she would be like, hey, can you put like some concealer right here, or like a tinted moisturizer. We share skincare. She's really into skincare now. We share hair products, edge control, shampoo and conditioner. We share body wash. The only thing that we don't share is weave, because she has dreads. Speaking of weave, today's video is sponsored by You Nice Hair. And no, this is not a wig on my head, because I know y'all are like, oh, I thought you said you were going to stop doing wig sponsorships. I did. And every time somebody writes me, it's like, can you do a wig video? Can you do a wig video? I'm like, no, I don't wear wigs anymore. So You Nice is like, well, what do you wear? I was like, I do sew-ins. Like, I only wear like bundles. So I was thinking that nobody wanted to like sponsor me because of that. But they actually was like, okay, we'll send you bundles. And I'm actually kind of excited that a hair company still wants to work with me, because they usually only want to do wigs, and I'm not doing wigs anymore. But when I usually go to other places to get hair, I want y'all to know these places that be online, most of them, not all of them, but most of them, they go to AliExpress and they buy hair from places like You Nice and then sell it to you for 3 times the price. So I got 26, 28, and 24 body wave bundles. I got 3 bundles. I use 2.5 in my head, but I have 3 bundles. This is the weft. It's a really good, my hairstylist said that this is a really good size weft, and it wasn't hard to get through it all. I don't have any shedding. There is no tangling. I've had this hair in my head for a week now, and I wanted to wait for the full week before I did the sponsorship so that y'all can know if the bundles are good or not, and they are. And the hair, this is the hair straightened, so this is how it comes. I also have like some footage of like half of the hair body wave and the other half of it straightened. So my hairstylist cut this into layers, and it's good. The only thing that I didn't do with this hair is dye it. I wanted to dye it jet black, but I honestly didn't have the time or the patience for it. So I just put it in its natural color. And this was the result. It's good. So if you're looking for some bundles and don't want to spend $5,000, buy it from the source. Places like Unice, they're the source. If you want to sell hair, buy it in bulk and sell it for 3 times the price like everybody else does. Shout out to Unice for still sponsoring me, even though I don't wear wigs anymore. And thank you to them for sponsoring this video. All the links to the bundles that I have in my hair will be in the description. So the second pro to being a lesbian is emotions. So especially around my period, I can get very emotional. Men usually don't understand that. But I am with a girl who goes through the same thing. Now, this is my girlfriend, y'all. Hold on. Pros of being a lesbian. Communication. So, you know, as women, we have a lot of emotional baggage. It's just who we are. We're women, and that's just how we are. Because I am a lesbian and I have a girlfriend that goes through the exact same thing, she doesn't make me feel bad or crazy when I'm having those moments. If I'm having a moment when I'm ovulating, or having a moment when I'm on my period, or even just having a moment when I'm not on none of those things, I'm just actually having a moment, I have a partner who truly understands that. And I'm not saying men don't. I'm saying it's different when you're with a woman who goes through the same exact thing as you. So I'm understanding with her when she's having a mood swing, because I just know how we are as women. She knows how we are as women, and I never feel like I'm being judged for having a crazy moment. Pro number 3, and this one's a little raunchy, so if you're under 18, I suggest you click off now. Sex. I don't have to wait for anything to get back up after round 1. I can go for 6 rounds in a row. Lesbian sex is actually the best. If I want to go for 12 rounds in a row, there's nothing stopping me. There's nothing stopping her. We can just go, go, go. The next pro is, since we're on the subject of sex, I can't accidentally get pregnant. I am in the clear from these kids. If I don't purposely go out of my way to get pregnant, it ain't happening. I don't know about y'all, but that's a pro for me. Y'all know I don't like kids. I have no desire to ever give birth. I have no desire to raise anything besides the dog that I have now. And she was even a stretch before we actually got her and fell in love with her. I can have all the sex that I want without worrying about getting pregnant. Fuck them kids. I don't want them. If you ask me what my favorite pro is, it would definitely be that one. If you watch this channel, you know how I feel about kids. You know how I feel about kids. The answer is no. Another pro. I think that I talked about this already, because it goes back to like the emotional thing. But I just feel like, for me personally, because I have dated men in my lifetime, I have not been with a man in probably over 10 years, but I have dated men before in my 20s. But I just find that women are more emotionally available. Sometimes it can become a con as well, and we'll get into that. I'm about to talk about the cons next. But women are just more emotionally available to me than men. I don't know if it's just the men that I dated, but when I was dating men, I found women to be more emotionally available than men. Now let's get into these cons. One of the cons of being a lesbian, and it's gonna go on both lists, pros and cons, is emotions. So because we are both women and because we are both so emotional, it can get very, very, very intense if we do fight. So Amy and I can honestly say right hand on the Bible that Amy and I barely ever fight. We barely ever argue. Like, the biggest argument that Amy and I will have will be, why didn't you fold the laundry? So when we do fight, it's like the end of the world. And it becomes very, very, very intense. I can honestly say, like, if ever a time I felt like I was going to end up on Snapped, it would be because I got into an argument with a girlfriend, not a boyfriend. Like, with a boyfriend, it's just kind of like, you know, like, fuck you. I'm out. I'm going to my apartment. Like, fuck you. You can walk out. With a girl, the fighting be so intense that I literally feel like by the end of this fight, I'm going to be doing 25 to life. Another con of being a lesbian is the fact that, you know how I told you guys, like, I don't have children? I don't know why. I personally feel like some people don't take being a lesbian or being in a relationship as like, oh, I'm trying to find a nice way to say this. Like you have nothing to do. Like because we don't have kids and we have a dog, it's like we're available to drop everything and do stuff for you. Like if a friend calls me and say, "Oh, can you do this?" Or if somebody says, "Oh, can you watch like kids this weekend?" It's like it's like nobody respects that this is a lifestyle that I chose to live because I like being with a girl and I like not having children and I like just being in my cocoon. No, I can't drop everything to come do something for you because I'm busy. It may just be watching TV with my girlfriend, but I'm busy. No, I cannot watch your kids this weekend because I don't like kids and my girlfriend does not like kids either. We don't want to watch your kids. Like, this is a life that we chose to live, and I feel like sometimes people don't respect it. Like, people automatically think, like, oh, Ayana and Amy, they ain't got nothing to do. They can do this, they can do that. No, like, no, don't make that assumption because you're going to get your feelings hurt. Because when you say, why can't you, why can't you do this? I'm going to say because I don't want to. Oh my gosh. I feel like the biggest con of being a lesbian or being in the LGBTQ plus community, period, is the fact that I feel like I'm always having to like watch the news to make sure I still have my rights. Like I feel like somebody is always trying to take away like gay marriage and stuff like that. Like if your religion does not believe in like people being gay, same-sex marriage, that's fine. Do you stay with your religion and you can hate on it with picket signs and protests and blah blah blah. But the fact that people keep still trying to like make laws or take away laws from like people that are gay to like just have the right to love who they love is crazy to me. Like, what does me having to marry my girlfriend have to do with you? Nothing. Nothing. Me marrying my girlfriend has nothing to do with you and your beliefs. You cannot believe that. That's fine. You cannot believe in my lifestyle, but you do not have the right to tell me what I can do because you don't believe in it. And I feel like that's one of the main things. Like I literally just watched the news the other day, and one of the senators said that they need to send gay marriage back to the state. Like have each state decide who is gonna like if people that are gay can get married or not. I live in a very red state. I live in Georgia. If that actually happens, I know for a fact that I would not be able to get married in my state. Like I would have to travel somewhere to go get married, and then even then, I don't know if my marriage would be viewed as legitimate in my state. So I feel like I always have to go through trying to figure out if I still have rights. Also, there's a lot of stuff, and I'm not going to get into this because this is not a political channel, but there's a lot of stuff that happens within the LGBTQ plus community that I don't necessarily agree with, and people will automatically assume that I agree with it because I'm a lesbian. I'm not going to get into specifics, but there are a lot of things that I have an opinion on that I don't believe in, but because I'm a lesbian, people are automatically like, oh, so I already know what your stance is on this because you're a lesbian. You don't know my stance because you didn't ask me. Just the same way that all black people don't think the same, all women don't think the same, all men don't think the same, don't think that everybody that's gay thinks the same. I hope everything I said makes sense because I've been drinking for like 3 hours and I just turned the camera on and started recording. Y'all, I have three videos ready to go for y'all because I know y'all about to curse me about like, why don't you post more? I literally have 3 vlogs ready to go for y'all. I just have to edit them. Okay, guys, my girlfriend's home. Thank you for tuning into today's video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye. Thanks, babe. Yeah, yeah.